Hi, Tom.
Hi, Brice. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and you're doing well. You have made it farther on Traitors than I think most people expected. Did you expect to make it this far?
I did not, actually. I've made it a lot further than I definitely expected.
Guys, I'd like to say something. I'd like to say something.
I think he needs to drink some water.
You've gifted us with many a meme so far this season. Your facial expressions are very intense. What's been the experience of watching yourself in this format? You're used to watching your life, not a game of your life.
Yeah, it's a lot different than obviously Vanderpump Rules. It's a competition show. It's a game. So I don't know. I like games. I take games very seriously.
Very seriously. I would say you've played an intense game.
Yes.
Some instincts spot on.
Yeah.
Many far from the mark.
What?
You said it yourself. You're like, I have a lot of theories, no one believes me. So you're great for the Traitors.
But I have good evidence, so I feel like sometimes.
When you look back at all the theories you had, which one do you go, why was I thinking that?
Yeah, I mean, it's, obviously watching the show and, knowing from the get-go who the Traitors are, it makes any sort of theory look sort of dumb, like,
right.
Going into it. But, yeah, I mean, I guess everybody sort of had their theories. And, you can see it when you watch the after shows. It's like everybody had their theories. I think they really liked showing mine, though.
They really liked showing yours.
When I came at her at the table, she got very offensive. It's like too sauce.
Why were you so hell-bent on Dolores? Because as a viewer, she has shown no signs that she's a traitor at all.
I know. It was funny because me and Dolores hit it off like right away. And as we were going on, there were all these little things that obviously they can't show everything, but she would say things after the fact. Like, Bob the drag queen did tell me yesterday he didn't believe in God. And then before that, it was, that Ion had said Bob the drag queen was a traitor, and that's why she got murdered. And then,
okay, so there were breadcrumbs that we're missing as viewers.
Yeah, and one night before we, went to bed, she was like, I think you might get murdered tonight, Tom. I think you're tired. And I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, are you a
That feels
traitor?
threatening, yeah. Well, you came in with a little bit of a target on your back, just given your persona, and the Bambis were the most vocally anti-Tom.
Wow, y'all look amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Do you see who it is? Yeah.
Hi.
I'm not saying hi to him.
I know.
How much of that were you anticipating or expecting coming in?
I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I just went there to play a game, and I remember when we first went to the castle, I actually rode with Chriselle, and we were talking, and just all excited, to get there to the castle, and she told me, she was like, yeah, I do actually follow Ariana, and I was like, yeah, so do a couple million other people. And I was like, that's awesome. I was like, I even told her, I was like, my best friend follows Ariana, and I went there to play a game, and I mean, obviously some people went there to have a storyline or whatever, but yeah, I was just there to have fun.
You come across in the gameplay as a little bit of a lone wolf. Did you bond with anybody in particular in the house?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely Dylan, and as well as Carolyn and Bob H. Yeah, I mean, Dolores as well.
Yeah.
until I thought she was a traitor.
Well, she hit you right back.
Yeah,
so it's
did.
Okay. And it seems like Gabby came around eventually and was like, we
Yeah.
all have to work together. Okay.
Gabby was great.
She's been, the two of you are kind of the breakout stars of this season for very different reasons. This has been such a reintroduction of you to a lot of people, or an introduction for the first time. I love, there's the guy on TikTok who fell in love with you, called Tommy, who now you've hung out with.
Jacob. Jacob's awesome. Shout out to Jacob. What's up, man?
What's it been like to get that response, knowing the last couple of years?
It's been really awesome. It's been really cool, like just seeing how everybody gets into the show and just seeing a different side of me, whether that's good or bad or, or laughable, I don't know. But it's been cool and interesting, and definitely a change of pace.
You've had quite a few viral moments in the breakfast room, at the round table, saying women better cheaters than men.
No!
girls are better cheaters than guys just because they have better social skills.
That came out your mouth.
Oh my God, I said cheater. I said traitors. I said traitors. Sorry.
Was that like the most Freudian slip of all time?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was just sleep deprivation. Like I was sitting there just like that, because that challenge, that mission was so taxing mentally, and it was really hard to get sleep. And you know, we're all just running on coffee like at that point, and I didn't even know that I said that. I just was like, I meant to say traitors.
Then a lot of attention has been paid to your pit stains in the breakfast room. Why were you sweating so much in what was supposedly very cold Scotland?
Oh, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like when you go to New York and you walk in somewhere, it's like 76 degrees and you're just sweating. It was really hot, especially in that room. Like some rooms were colder than others,
Okay.
but that room was really hot, especially with 23 people in there. And actually Dylan took his sweater off too. He was sitting there with his white tank top on and just like, I mean, it was so hot in there.
Okay.
And we're also there, like before we get to breakfast, like we do social media stuff. We sit down,
Right,
we
all
do
those
interviews.
photos and stuff that they take of you that you get to post promote the episodes,
Yes.
and then your confessionals for what happened the day before is.
Yeah.
So you're working up
Like-
until you get into breakfast.
Yeah, like a good 2 hours.
This show is like, there's so many parts of it. You got to film all those little silly interstitials of faking going to sleep in the castle.
Yeah, yeah.
All of
With
that.
my rubber ducky. Yeah.
And then the nursery rhyme challenge.
Yes, for Castle. Terrible singer.
Did you go a little too hard? Were you taking it a little too seriously?
I was taking it very seriously. Very, very seriously. So serious to the point where I had to keep my hand on my ear to not be distracted from what I just heard.
It was like,
Well,
Here's-
it's funny, like, I just felt like, okay, obviously doing this challenge, doing this mission, you're gonna look like an idiot. And I felt like everybody just was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna look stupid doing that.
okay, so you were just committed
I was
to the
like,
cause.
I'll do it. I'll jump on the grenade.
We're headed into the last couple weeks of this season. What is your reaction to Danielle being the last OG Traitor standing?
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised now watching it back. I think it's weird again, like how, you know, knowing who the traitors are from the get-go, like, you know, watching it, you're like, how did nobody really pick up on Danielle, you know?
Yeah, why was no one picking up on her? Because as a viewer, obviously, like you said, we have the knowledge of, well, she is one. Her movements are erratic. I would be like, what is this woman doing?
Yeah, I didn't pick up on it until like right towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you make of her potentially recruiting Brittany and making her a smart move or dumb move?
I think, you know, if she does that, because I'm, you know, not gonna say anything, that seems like a pretty obvious move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, I believe, are about to film a reunion for this.
Yes, we are.
How are you feeling about
bit.
being in a reunion setting? And is there anything that you particularly want to get cleared up or tackle there?
I don't have anything in particular that I really want to. I just want to go there and have fun. I mean, I think this is, when I hear reunion, it's a little triggering.
Chill down your
just,
spine.
just in general. So I don't think it's gonna be what Vanderpump Rules
think it'll
reunions
be
are.
Get in my face again, I'll you up, mother.
I'll you up so quickly, Tom. You're a worm with a mustache.
And I know it doesn't film nearly as long. So I'm excited about that. I'm just excited about that, and I'm gonna go from there.
It has been almost 2 years since your world blew up.
Yeah.
Now knowing where life has landed for you, how are you feeling about life these days?
I'm just, you know, I'm optimistic. I'm excited to just keep moving forward and doing things and experiencing. And, you know, I'm in a great relationship right now with Victoria, and that's been so amazing. And yeah.
The kind of ultimate result of everything that transpired is Bravo decided to reboot Vanderpump Rules. How are you feeling about that decision? And do you have any words of wisdom for those kids who are about to take over the mantle?
I would say that to just be honest, be real, be in the moment, be authentic, just be you, you know?
What do you want to do next? Is there more reality TV in your future? Do you go over to the Valley? Do you do a whole other show?
I'm down for pretty much a lot of things, but I think really just in life, the answer always reveals itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very teasy, Tom. Would Victoria be open to reality TV?
I'm not sure. She's never really been into that. I mean, she's never even watched Vanderpump Rules or anything like.
Smart. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, oh, this guy from Special Forces when she first met me. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
Cross the bridges as they build themselves.
Yes. And of course, it always depends on the situation too.
Yeah. Well, I was with Lisa right after the news came out, and she was like, well, we'll refocus on Tom Tom. She was very sad that the news hit the same week you two had to announce that Schwartz and Sandy's was closing, which was just kind of a perfect storm of things. So are you maybe going to double down in Tom Tom? Could we see you pop up on the new Vanderpump Rules?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's one of those things where you never know until it happens. I mean, with Vanderpump Rules, it's always been sort of something that, I mean, even every time that we've filmed a new season, it's something that kind of comes together, at least on our side, like really just weeks in advance.
All right, so we'll wait and see. Have you got the gears going of who you would like to see on the next season of Traitors? Is there anybody from the Bravoverse you would nominate?
I know Sheena really wants to be on it.
Yes, she said she has traded in the Dancing with the Stars dream for the Traitors.
Wow. I think Lisa would do well on it.
Vanderpump?
Yeah.
I think she would hate the experience.
But that would be so interesting.
She'd be like every roundtable, just banish me, kill me, kill me. Like she would not want to be there.
Yeah.
What's the deal with, are you still in the house over here or are you out of that?
We're working on getting that on the market actually really soon.
All right.
Yeah, it's been a process.
I was going to say, that's been a process. Okay, so 2025, a lot of fresh starts.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, you don't die in Scotland.
We'll see.